Like and subscribe to my channel and click the bell icon to get new video updates.
Why raising taxes is a misguided approach to controlling inflation. In a recent post for the Slow Boring blog, Simon Bazelon and Milan Singh argue that raising taxes can be a powerful way to reduce inflation. Contrary to their criticism of using interest rate policy to lower inflation, their proposal to raising taxes probably won't work the way they describe it. In fact, it may even have the opposite of the intended effect. First of all, economists generally consider monetary policy to be more effective at fighting inflation than fiscal policy, of which tax policy is a part. Fiscal policy is biased, slow and inefficient, and too often it just moves money from one sector of the economy to another, without affecting aggregate demand. This explains why economists like Valerie Raimi have found that government spending multipliers tend to be less than 1 in normal times. Monetary policy works much better for fighting inflation, but the mechanism by which it works is often misunderstood. Bazelon and Singh are right when they argue that interest rate policy, which is an aspect of monetary policy, is an inefficient way to reduce inflation. They point to a chart that aims to explain how rate hikes result in tighter credit conditions, less borrower spending, and ultimately lower prices. The authors claim that the mechanisms outlined in the diagram are too complicated to work properly. However, the problems with using interest rates to curb inflation are more serious. While it is true that higher rates are bad for borrowers and often dampen borrower spending, higher rates also increase savers' income and expenses. Indeed, the Federal Reserve is largely a follower rather than a setter of interest rates. It responds to market signals by helping to steer interest rates closer to where the market should set them based on credit supply and demand. This does not mean that monetary policy is ineffective in fighting inflation. Instead, monetary policy affects aggregate demand by affecting the amount of money in the economy. In response to